Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today our topic is simple and compound interest in quantitative aptitude. Yes, we are facing little bit difficulty to solve these problems related to the simple and compound interest. Even though we have the simple formulas, but when we go to the calculation part, it will be little lengthy and make the process difficult. So today we are going to learn a new logic which helps us to solve any problem related to the simple and compound interest within the 30 seconds. Yes, before going to the topic, let us understand the basic things of this topic. What is interest? When you go to the bank and ask for the loan, the bank gives us the loan at certain rate of interest. So the interest is cost of borrowing money. You as a borrower have to pay to the bank, have to pay fee to the bank, who is the lender for using their money. Alright, hope you have understand what interest is. Interest is two types, that is simple interest and compound interest. Let us understand the first one. By the name itself, it is pretty simple and straightforward. Interest rate. What you have to do is you need to multiply the principal amount by the interest rate and with number of years. Here we have the small example. With that we will help it helps us to understand clearly what simple interest is. Let us go to the second one, that is compound interest. The meaning of the word compound by something that is composed of two or more elements. If we see simple interest, that was calculated on principal amount only, but when we go to the compound interest, interest is not only calculated on principal amount but also on the interest rate. So the two elements that are here is principal amount and interest rate. Here we have another example related to the compound interest which helps us to understand what a compound interest is. Okay, let's go to the question part first. Let's solve some problems related to the simple interest. Here we have the question number 1. A man took a loan from a bank at rate of 12% per annum, simple interest. After 3 years, he had to pay rupees 5400 as interest for the period. What was the principal amount borrowed by him? Here the question is, what was the principal amount borrowed by him? Okay, let's solve the problem in traditional way first. We know the formula A is equal to PNR by 100. So we have that values, that is amount equal to 5400 and number of years equal to 3 and rate of interest equal to 12. So simply by substituting the values we will get the answer, that is equal to 15,000. Let's go to the trick part. Okay. So for the trick I am suggesting you guys read the question properly again and again. Okay, then only you can understand the trick and apply the trick easily to the question. Okay. Here what we know from the question, amount equal to 5400, right? So he had to pay 5400 as interest for the period. So for the 3 years he have to pay the amount, that is 5400. Okay, by that we will make that for 1 year, that is 5400 by 3, that is equal to 1800, right? Can we do that? Okay, so we have that, we know that interest rate, that is 12%. So 12% of interest rate equal of principal, that is equal to 1800. Okay, by that we will calculate 100% of principal is very easy, right? So by using that 12% of principal equal to 1800, so we will calculate the 100% of P easily, that is P equal to, when we do 1800 by 12 into 100, we will get the answer, that is 15,000 simply. That is the simple way which we can solve the problem easily within the 30 seconds. For that you must need to read the question properly and understand the condition properly. Okay, let's go to the question number 2. Meena deposited a sum of rupees 8,000 in a bank, paying simple interest. After 1 year, she withdrew 2,000. At the end of the 3 years, she received 7,800. Find the rate of interest, assuming that she never collected her interest till then. Okay, here the question is, we need to find the rate of interest. Okay, so what we have, that is a first year amount equal to 8,000 that she has deposited in the bank. For the second year she has withdrawn the 2,000. So 8,000 minus 2,000, that is equal to 6,000, that was in her bank account. For third year there is no change for that amount, so 6,000 itself only. So here the total amount is 20,000. And let's go to the question again. She received 7,800 at the end of the 3 years, right? And she took 2,000 in second year. So 7,000 plus 2,000, that is equal to 9,800 rupees, that is the total amount. So first year's amount equal to 8,000 and at the end of the third year she got 9,800 rupees. So when we calculate this, 9,800 amount minus principal, we will get the simple interest, that is 1800. So rate of interest, by using that we will calculate the rate of interest easily, that is 1800 by 20,000, that is total amount into 100, that is equal to 9%. In this simple way we will calculate the problem. Let's go to the compound interest part. Here we have the question number 1. Albert invested an amount of 8,000 in a fixed deposit scheme for 2 years at compound interest rate 5% per annum. How much amount will Albert get on maturity of the fixed deposit? Okay, let's solve the problem in traditional way first. We know the formula: amount equal to principal into 1 plus rate of interest by 100 to the power n. Okay, we have that all values, and we just need to simply substitute the values in the formula, then we will get the answer, that is 8,820. Okay, let's go to the trick part. For first year, the compound interest, that is equal to 5% of 8,000, that is equal to 400, and for the second year the compound interest, that is equal to the interest of the first year plus 5% of interest on the first year. We are not including the principal here, so when we include the principal amount here, it will make the process lengthy, it will make the calculate difficult to us. So we just leave the principal amount, we just calculate rate of interest over the interest of the before year only plus interest of the before year. So 400 plus 5% of 400, that is 420. Then total amount equal to principal plus interest, that is equal to 8,000 plus 400 plus 420, that is equal to 8,820. Here the trick is nothing but we are just leaving the principal amount left, we are just leaving the principal amount and we just calculating interest on interest. That's it. Here the trick is nothing but we just make the process simple. Here we have the question number 2. Shyam borrowed a certain sum of money and pays it back in 2 years in 2 early installments. The compound interest is 5% per annum and he pays back 441 every year. What was the amount that Shyam borrowed? Okay, when we closely observe the question, here we are given the amount of interest for 2 years that Shyam pays, and we are required to find the total amount he borrowed. So we need to solve this question inversely. As given in the question, the principal that Shyam borrowed equal to present value of rupees 441, that is payable after 1 year, plus present value of 441 payable after 2 years. Thus the total amount that Shyam borrowed or the loan principal equal to 441 divided by 1.05 plus 441 divided by 1.05 whole square, that is equal to 420 plus 400, that is equal to 820. So the total amount that Shyam borrowed was rupees 820. Okay, let's go to the question number 3. A man invests rupees 5,000 for 3 years at certain rate of interest compounded annually. At the end of 1 year, it amounts to rupees 5,600. Calculate the amount due at the end of the second year. Okay. First year amount equal to 5,600 rupees and amount minus principal equal to 5,600 minus 5,000, that is equal 600. We will calculate by formula simply. So we will get the interest amount minus principal, that is equal to 600. So compound interest equal to 600 for the first year. So rate of interest equal to 12%. 12% how means? I simply assume that, so 10% of 5,000 equal to 500. So we just need 100 rupees, right? So 1% equal to 50, that is plus a 2%. When no 2% equal to 100 rupees. So 10% plus 2% equal to 500 plus 100, that is equal to 600. So that's why by the simple logic we will get that 12% equal to rate of interest. So 12% of 5,000 equal to 600 for first year. For second year, 600 plus 600 is here rate of interest, means not rate of interest, interest for the first year plus 12% is of rate of interest on 600. So we are just leaving the principal amount here also to make the process easy. So 600 plus 12% of 600 equal to 600 plus 12% of 600 is 10% of 600, that is 60, plus 2% of 600, that is equal to 12. So 60 plus 12, that is equal to 12% of 600 equal to 72. So 72 plus 600, that is equal to 672. So the compound interest for 2 years equal to 600 plus 672, that is equal to 1272. Okay. So we have the compound interest for 2 years, that is equal to 1272, and we need to calculate the total amount for 2 years. Okay, this is amount equal to principal plus compound interest. We know this formula, simple formula. So by using that, 5000 plus 1272, that is equal to 6272. That is the answer. So we are having these problems also, difference between simple interest and compound interest. For these problems also we have the simple formula. By using the simple formula we will get the answer within the 30 seconds. Okay, let's go to the question number 1. If the difference between the compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum of 2 years at 8% per annum, that is 32 rupees, then the sum is, okay. So given rate of interest equal to 8%, difference between simple interest and compound interest is 32 rupees, and we need to calculate the principal amount. Okay. Here the formula is, guys, D equal to P into R by 100 whole square. Remember this formula, guys, which helps you lot in the examinations, which helps to solve the problems within the 30 seconds, which helps you a lot. Okay, remember the formula, don't forget that. So we know the values of the R, rate of interest and difference. So we will simply substitute the values and get the answer, that is equal to 5000 rupees. Okay, let's go to the question number 2. If the difference between the compound interest and simple interest on a sum of money at 5% per annum for 2 years is 16 rupees, then find the simple interest. We need to calculate the simple interest here. So we know from the question that is equal to difference between simple interest and compound interest equal to 16. So that is compound interest minus simple interest equal to 16. Rate of interest equal to 5% and number of years equal to 2 years. So we need to calculate the simple interest here. So according to the formula, simple compound interest minus simple interest equal to simple interest into rate of interest by 200. So by using this formula we will substitute the values. So we will get that 16 equal to a simple interest by 40. So simple interest equal to 16 into 40, that is equal to 640. This is the way. Okay, let's go to the question number 3. Find the difference between simple interest and compound interest on 2500 for 2 years at 4% per annum. Compound interest and interest being compounded semi-annually. So we need to mention the name here, mention the term here, semi-annually. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, for simple interest, that is equal to, we know the principal amount, that is 2500, and number of years equal to 1, and rate of interest equal to 8%. By the formula we will get that answer, that is equal to 200 rupees. So no issue here. For the compound interest we need to make the 2 years in 4 parts. Okay, why? Because here he mentioned that semi-annually, right? So for the first off, that is 2% of 2500, that is 50 rupees, and for the second off, 50 plus 2% of 50. Here also we need to remember that we are not including the principal amount, we just calculating interest of the before year and rate of interest on the before year amount only. Okay, so 50 plus 2% of 50, that is equal to 51. For third off, that is 51 plus 2% of 51, that is equal to 52.02, and for fourth half, that is 52.02 plus 2% of 52.02, that is equal to 53.06. So we need to add this all, total compound interest equal to 206.08. So we know the compound interest and simple interest. We just need to calculate the difference between those two. Simply subtract the compound interest minus simple interest. We will get the difference, that is equal to 6.08. This is, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you.